everyone. We are back again for more CFL picks, plays, and game evaluation. Heading towards the middle of the season here. Obviously, preseason has started. NFL is going to be starting in a few weeks, but we're still going strong with our CFL here, and we got another exciting week for you. So let's take a look at it. First game on the docket, Montreal versus Ottawa. Ottawa minus 9.5 favorites. Obviously, we want to see Ottawa take control like they did the first few weeks of the season. Chris Williams, kind of the guy we're waiting to take the reins back as a receiver and top receiving option. Hasn't really been what we've wanted the last few weeks, and obviously that's an issue. The 50 over-under, obviously that's not optimal. So overall, this is a game you don't necessarily want to target overall. But in terms of Chris Williams, maybe a Duron Carter, if you want to go a little contrarian with the top-end receivers, I think they're definitely an option. Brandon Rutley's really the guy I'm looking at from this game at 6,200. He's a nice running back option, obviously getting some nice touches, some nice usage in the receiving game. He's a guy I'm looking at to sort of emerge from this group. Beyond that, though, I mean, beyond Chris Williams, we're looking at Greg Ellenson. Obviously had the crazy 218-yard, 9-reception week, had the 121 yards in week 7. So he's the boom bust. He's the guy we're sort of playing in tournaments only, but at 7,400, pretty reasonable price. BJ Cunningham, 4,600, starting to get a role there, starting to get some red zone looks. Always kind of had this profile. Not sure he has quite the upside of most of the high-end receivers, but at the same time, 4,600, you're only looking for around, 12 to 15 points, and he's in value there. So I really think he can get that once again like he did last week, and that's definitely going to help you out in your cash games. As far as Calgary and British Columbia, over under a 56.5. British Columbia favored by 3. I think really one of the big things in this slate is how Jonathan Jennings is going to do. Obviously, we saw 2 weeks ago him kind of struggle, but 3 out of the last 4 weeks he's just been dynamite. Still only 9,500, adds that rushing element. Obviously can throw the ball pretty well too, over 300 yards again last week and 3 touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 of the last 4 weeks. So certainly someone you're at least a little excited to use here. Beyond him though, I mean, I think you can look to Jeremiah Johnson in the run game, maybe as a hedge off of Jennings if you don't totally trust him. Only 6,600, gotten 19 DK points in each of the last 2 weeks. Jeremiah Johnson, obviously the former college running back who was a really good player. But he has that nice role. As soon as he came back, he took the feature carries, he took the feature role. So he's a nice hedge, and I could even see using them together in a cash game. I think that offense in general has a pretty high floor. So, and also, I mean, other than Jerome Massam, who's also in this game at 7,900, tough to find a better sort of high floor value than Johnson. Massam, though, also over 19 DK points in each of the last 2 weeks. The difference is Massam's been doing it all year. A little less questions about his game, his role, etc. I like him quite a bit. He's a cash game running back for me. Really the only cash game viable running back on the slate. So something to check out for sure. In terms of tournaments, Sean Gore's okay at 6,100. I think there are better values, though, a little lower. We mentioned BJ Cunningham, someone I'd rather take the risk on. High-end options, though, Marquay McDaniel, kind of in that mid-range for wide receivers. Not quite the high-priced guy, but 8,800, sure. I'll throw him in there in a tournament. Not a cash game guy. I still want to pay up if I can for Darius Bowman. We'll get into him. But over over.